batter's intervention program. It's to help with any anger issues. So do you feel comfortable with that? Otherwise, I can have him off the property.
He's doing okay. He's trying not to drink and stuff, but I feel that he does need like not to go to jail, but to have that.
Oh no, I'm going to give him some treatment.
Because he has that, the only time he's violent is when he drinks.
Okay.
Enjoy the video, hit the like button.
Okay, are you okay?
Yeah, the gate just caught my ankle.
Okay,
Not be rough.
all right. And are you Mr. Arnold?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, you received all the discovery and did you review it with your client?
Yes, Your Honor, I have.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Mr. Arnold, I'm showing you what's entitled application for deferred adjudication or community supervision. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Next, I'm showing you what's entitled true bill of indictment. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
Yes, Your Honor.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented? Mr. Arnold, I'm showing you what's entitled court admonishments and defendants waivers and affidavit of admonitions. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, that's not involved. Yes.
All right. Did you understand you're charged with assault family second?
Yes.
That's a third-degree felony. The range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court doesn't follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand? All right. After reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. Court will defer finding of guilt as you apply for deferred adjudication. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Is he still living with the complainant?
He is, Your Honor, and what he's telling me is that he now works at the Southwest Electrical. He works on contracts with HEB. He says that and he's proffered to me that they have a peaceful relationship now. I think that as you read in the report that night, he was under the influence of alcohol, which he admits is or was a problem.
Let me stop you, counsel. So is Ms. Moore here? Oh, is she present?
I don't think she's here. Oh, she is.
All right, if she can come forward, please.
Oh, she is
And if
there.
he can step back.
I didn't know that was her.
Yeah, no problem. If you can move over to this way,
I'm sorry.
but the deputy's there, so that's why I put him over there. All right, are you Ms. Moore?
Yes, I am.
Could you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God? All right, you can lower your hand. Could you state your name for the record?
Maria Jeanette Moore.
All right, Ms. Moore, are you and Mr. Arnold still living together?
He lives on the property. He was staying at my mom's, but she has always a phone, so he's back on the property, but he stays in the RV in the back.
All right, so he's not living in the house with you? Okay, all right, so so both parties can know, this is what the court is thinking about doing. He can live on the property, but I'm not going to actually have him living with you until he has worked on his sobriety and started the violence classes. Are you okay with that?
There's a balance class.
Oh, he takes a batter's intervention program. It's to help with any anger issues.
Yes.
So do you feel comfortable with that? Otherwise, I can have him off the property.
He's doing okay. He's trying not to drink and stuff, but I feel that he does need like not to go to jail, but to have that.
Oh no, I'm going to give him some treatment.
Because he has that, the only time he's violent is when he drinks.
Okay.
Otherwise, he's like the perfect man. I can go on and tell you how great he is.
Okay, but my question is, are you okay with him staying on the property, but I'm not going to allow him to stay physically with you at your residence
Yes.
until he shows me that he's clean and sober and until he takes some, it's called battery intervention program.
Yes.
But I want him to have some classes under there so he can deal with whatever anger issues he has. And then counsel, after a certain time period, you can always come back to me and see if I'll consider removing that. So he will be allowed to stay on the property if that's okay with you.
That's okay with me.
but he will not be able to reside at your location. All right, so do you understand?
Yes.
All right, so if something were to happen between both of you where you decide to let him stay at your location or call him to come over and stay, it's not going to impact you, but it's going to impact his probation with me because I'm going to tell him not to do that, okay? All right, is there anything else that you feel I need to know?
No, I think that's.
All right, any questions from either side?
Well, Judge, I would just like to clarify, is this a no harmful or injurious contact order with, I guess, for lack of a better term, no contact with the main residence?
Yes, there's to be no contact at the main residence. He's not allowed to reside with her. But I understand that he lives on the property and at a separate location on the property.
Yeah, I have an
That's what-
RV.
Yes.
So that's where he's staying at.
And that's what my understanding is, that's what they've done in order to comply with the court's no contact orders at the time. So I guess that's been sufficient. And so I guess
Well,
from now on,
if we were just to do a no harmful or injurious contact, that means that he would be allowed to stay at the residence, and I'm not going to allow
I
that. So I'm
understand.
going to put that in the order.
yes,
Okay,
okay, perfect. And then I don't have any other questions. I don't know if you could.
all right. Thank you. So I want to make sure that you understand he is not allowed to stay at your residence. So he will be allowed to stay in the RV. Probation, he can stay in the RV, but he's not to stay at her residence. And he's not to be shouting at her and being disrespectful.
About bank accounts and stuff like that.
Well, I mean, if they have joint bank accounts, they have joint bank accounts. He's not allowed to live at the residence.
Yes, ma'am. So just so, because I think and I'm still a little, I just want to clarify, a little confused. So
Oh, I'm going to make a clarification. We're still on the record. I'm going to make a clarification in my order. So is there any other questions for this witness state?
No, Your Honor.
Defense?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you so much for coming down.
Thank you.
All right. The court is going to place you on 6 years deferred adjudication.
Yeah, you just said, no, you're good. It's all behind you.
Defendant is not allowed to reside with Maria Moore. So I think that clears everything up. He cannot reside with her.
Okay, I understand.
All right.
Thank you.
There's an affirmative finding of family violence. Proof of employment within 15 days. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. I'm going to want 90 sober meetings in 90 days. The BIPP course. I'm going to want a TAP evaluation. Probation, if the TAP evaluation recommends inpatient, I want to start with outpatient treatment and make it intensive outpatient treatment.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You are not allowed to drink alcohol when you're on probation. It doesn't matter whether you have an alcohol problem or not. It's just one of the rules and it's not allowed. I'm going to want regular UAs and please test for alcohol. There'll be 200 hours of community service restitution. In lieu of the 200 hours community service restitution, once you complete the 90 meetings in 90 days, give him an hour for every sober meeting he attends. And that's after the 90 days. I'm going to want field visits 1 time per month until further notice. Regular reporting by Zoom or in person. And probation, you can count the field visit as his reporting if you so choose. Probation, is there anything else he needs? Is there anything else you need from the court? Defense, state? All right, just 1 second. Showing you what's entitled, excuse me, sir, I'm showing you what's entitled trial court certification of defendant's rights to appeal. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you sign it? All right, because this is plea bargaining agreement, because I followed your plea bargaining agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. And because this is an affirmative finding of family violence, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand? All right, just